true Stoic wisdom lies in discretion, in knowing when to speak and when to remain silent, in recognizing the value of privacy as a sanctuary for the spirit. Ryan Holiday, speaking before acting, is a trap that many fall into. We live in an era where sharing every step, every achievement seems to be the norm. But how beneficial is this for our true personal development on this solitary path to growth? Silence is the wisest companion, and privacy is our shield. From a Stoic perspective, we will explore why keeping our progress private is not only prudent, but vital. Stoicism teaches us that self-control, internal reflection, and focusing on our own path are essential. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius valued inner peace and self-reflection above external approval. They urge us to be masters of our actions, to cultivate inner peace, and not to depend on the validation of others to measure our worth. In a world dominated by the need for recognition, where every achievement becomes a public announcement, we wonder, are we not diluting the essence of our accomplishments? Is it not an act of courage and wisdom to keep our ambitions and successes in the privacy of our being? When Seneca claimed, "The true happy man is one who is not found in the consultation, nor in the pulpit, nor in the forum, nor in common places," he invited us to reflect on the importance of cultivating our inner life, protecting our thoughts and achievements from external intrusion. But how does this translate into our daily lives? How can we practically adopt a Stoic attitude towards our goals and personal development? The answer lies in introspection, authenticity, and above all, the courage to be true to ourselves, to follow our own path with determination and discretion. With this in mind, we embark on a journey through Stoic principles, exploring how to apply them to our pursuit of personal growth, and discovering why sometimes silence is the most powerful expression of our evolution. Philosophical context: Stoicism and internal privacy. Every time you whisper in secret, the entire universe listens to your innermost self. Your most intimate thoughts can transform reality. In an era where everything is shared, where every achievement is celebrated on a public stage or on social media, we lose sight of ancient wisdom, the power of privacy. In silence and discretion, we find a strength that is often overlooked. Let's travel to the ancient world, the cradle of one of the most influential and enduring philosophies, Stoicism. It emerged in a time of turmoil in the heart of Athens, proposing a simple life where our emotions and desires are under the dominion of reason. But what does this have to do with privacy? Let's remember emblematic figures of this thought. Seneca, with his elegant prose, urged us to live in harmony with nature, to accept what we cannot change and to change what is in our hands. Epictetus, a slave who became a philosopher, spoke of the importance of discerning what is under our control and what is not. But it is Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, who offers a special lesson on privacy. Our path, he tells us, does not need applause or recognition, only authenticity and commitment. In an era where social media did not exist, these philosophers sensed the trap of external validation. They lived in a society that, like ours, valued fame and recognition. But they understood something profound, that true growth, authentic personal development, occurs in stillness, away from the world's eyes. In this intersection between privacy and Stoicism, we find a gem of wisdom. By sharing less, by keeping our achievements and challenges close to our hearts, we cultivate an inner strength that is immune to the fluctuations of public opinion. This strength is essential for genuine personal development. It's easy to get lost in the noise of modernity, where every achievement seems to demand an announcement, a post, a tweet. But perhaps, just perhaps, we should look back to the Stoics and remember that the path to oneself does not always need to be shared. As we reflect on this, it is crucial to understand how the need to share affects our minds and our perception of achievement. What does neuroscience tell us about this? But that is a story for the next chapter, where we will explore the science behind sharing and how it can play tricks on our perception of success. For now, let's remember that there is power in privacy, an instant of revelation. In the science of sharing, dopamine and the illusion of fulfillment, we delve into the mysteries of our minds, exploring what happens in our brain's labyrinth when we decide to share our goals and achievements. Science offers intriguing answers, taking us through synapses and neurotransmitters. According to studies in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, Sharing our goals creates a false sense of fulfillment because our brains release dopamine, the pleasure neurotransmitter, simply by visualizing our success. This dopamine release can be dangerous, giving us a fleeting sense of achievement, an illusion that can dampen our motivation, as if the act of sharing alone had satisfied our need for success. We find ourselves trapped in complacency that distances us from real goal fulfillment. The mind, a complex terrain, can deceive us with mirages of triumph. In this game of illusions, privacy reveals itself as our silent ally in the constant exposure. Introspection becomes our refuge. Privacy, that protective mantle, shields us from mental distraction and allows us to stay focused on our true north, the journey toward personal development. By Stoic wisdom, we are invited to be guardians of our intimacy, to build unbreakable inner fortresses in the face of the external gaze. But what drives this need to expose ourselves, to seek recognition? As we explore the depths of our psyche, we encounter the ego, that persistent companion that longs to be seen and admired. The need to speak of ourselves, to be the protagonist of our story, is a reflection of the ego seeking affirmation. However, the Stoics suggest that true affirmation lies in humility and self-reflection. While navigating the waters of self-exploration, remember that real strength lies in serenity and discretion. Science and philosophy intertwine, illuminating a path to self-discovery that does not require applause or spotlights. In the next chapter, we will delve into the world of the ego and self-reference, exploring why humility and introspection are cornerstones of our journey to an authentic self. For now, let's keep our secrets, maintain our focus, and remember that in privacy lies transformative power in the constant noise of the ego and self-reference, the need to speak of oneself. In our day-to-day lives, the voice that often resonates the most is our own. We live in a world where ego and self-reference have become commonplace. But what drives people to constantly talk about themselves and their achievements? Stoic wisdom offers an illuminating lens to explore this phenomenon and understand the importance of humility and self-reflection. The Stoics warn that the constant need to talk about oneself reveals an insatiable quest for external validation, a longing for recognition that can obscure an individual's true essence. Roman emperor and Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, reflected on the vanity of fame and how the desire for external applause can divert us from our authentic path. Speaking about oneself and one's achievements can actually reflect inner insecurity. Those who continually boast seek to fill a void, a lack of self-acceptance and self-love. The Stoics teach that true strength lies in the ability for self-reflection and finding satisfaction and fulfillment within. The Roman philosopher Seneca reminds us that those who are slaves to external approval are destined to walk a tightrope. Wouldn't it be more liberating to free ourselves from the chains of self-reference and find value and meaning in the stillness of the mind and the humility of the heart? Humility, according to Stoic philosophy, is not a weakness, but a strength. It is the recognition that we are part of a larger whole, that our actions and words have an impact beyond the individual. Humility encourages us to reflect before speaking, to question the motivation behind our words, and to seek truth rather than approval. In this journey of self-discovery and growth, the Stoics propose a life focused on authenticity and introspection. They invite us to look in the mirror of truth, to shed our ego, and to discover the freedom found in silence and humility. As we prepare for the next chapter, where we will explore the importance of privacy in the 21st century, through the words and thoughts of contemporary Stoic philosophers, let's remember the words of Epictetus. We are not disturbed by things, but by the opinion we form about them. Let's work on our goals with wisdom and serenity, aware of our inner power and our ability to create meaning and purpose in our lives. In the modern digital era, privacy has become a highly relevant topic. Contemporary Stoic philosophers, aware of this reality, have deeply reflected on its importance. William Braxton Urban, author of A Guide to the Good Life, warns that in a society where privacy is increasingly scarce, learning to value it is an essential Stoic virtue. Massimo Pigliucci, another prominent contemporary Stoic thinker and author of How to Be a Stoic, reinforces this idea, stating that privacy is not only a right but also a sacred space where we cultivate our inner selves away from noise and external expectations. In this sense, privacy becomes fertile ground for personal growth and self-reflection, which are pillars of Stoic philosophy. In conclusion, through Stoic philosophy and the importance of internal work and privacy, let's reflect on the essence of letting results speak for themselves. The Stoics teach us that merit and virtue reside in conscious action and authentic effort, not in external recognition. As Marcus Aurelius would remind us, do the necessary work to the best of your ability, and the rest will follow. Don't seek applause or external approval. Work with integrity and authenticity in the quiet of your privacy, and let your achievements be your greatest spokesperson. The true wisdom and genuine fulfillment are found in the silence of well-executed actions, in the serenity of duty fulfilled, in the peace of knowing that you have acted in line with your principles and values, as guided by Stoic philosophy. Let tranquility and stillness be your power. Let us continue this path with determination and courage, and allow our results more than our words to reveal the truth of our being. If you have made it this far and haven't subscribed yet, please consider joining the Garden family. We would love to have you as part of this wonderful community that grows day by day. Thank you for your attention, warrior.